Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I got up this morning and I kind of touched these and they're dry. And you can see it's nice and firm. So I've unpinned them and I got her loose from the funnel. So we're just going to take the white foam out of the way. She's sturdy enough, I think. So there we go. So we're going to apply her wings with the hot glue in a little bit, but not right away, but they'll go on like that. And I'll just press that into the hot glue and then she'll have her wings. But in the book, in this old Hooked on Crochet number 48, I don't know what year this was. Let me see if I can tell you what year. 1994. If we look at her picture here, she has hair and then a beaded halo. And I have this here that could be her halo. So I would need to put a little ring on the top after we put her hair on, if I can get a circle to form. We'll see what luck I have. But I think that would be a pretty, it's not the same gold that's on there, but it's what I have. And hi Melanie, I'm really trying to focus on just using what I have. Now, for the hair, it says, somewhere here, for hair, wrap your ecru thread around a narrow width of cardboard 50 times, being careful to keep wraps flat. Cut wraps at one edge, forming a 6-inch strand. I would say I'd need a 3-inch to get a 6-inch strands. I think I need a 3-inch piece of cardboard. Hang on, I'll see. I didn't read that part earlier. Let's see. These were in this here, like I've got them pre-cut for something. So I don't know if I was planning to do a little journal or what, but we need to know. This looks like it might be 3 inches. Nope, it's 2.5. So I bet this is 2.5 by 3.5. So these are ATC sized. And then these pieces here I think I cut this out to make a little journal. These are 3 inches. So I'm going to use that. And we'll just set these aside. Maybe we'll do a journal with those later. So 50 times. Hi, Vicki. Morning, everybody. Scott has taken the truck to the tire place because at certain speeds, we're still getting a slight vibration or a kind of a little low rumble. And he thinks it's the tires wearing out. We had replaced, I don't know if y'all remember, one of the tires had lost one of its weights. So I had taken it back, to get that weight replaced on it. But that didn't seem to fix it. So he's taken that back. And when he gets back from there, we're going on a road trip up to Dallas, North Carolina, not Texas. And it said to be careful not to keep them flat. So how many times? I haven't gone. You got to go 50 times, it said. So I hope everybody had a good day. I was more than a little overwhelmed because my in-laws had brought their entire families with them. And so when we walked in, it just felt like I was in a packed event. And I immediately went into fight or flight. So I did not do well with the big crowd. I told Scott I really don't want to do any more huge events. I can't cope with it. I can't do crowds. And he even was having trouble. So yeah, there was a lot of kids, and I know my mother-in-law had to be really overwhelmed. And she was looking around confused, like she didn't know anybody, because quite frankly, we don't see them enough to even know all of the kids' names. So anyway, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then we'll push them down. Oh, that's not going to work. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I really need it to get closer together. In fact, I was so overwhelmed I didn't eat much at all. So my morning blood glucose this morning was only 87. So I did good on a Thanksgiving. I didn't eat much at all. Imagine nerves having that kind of power over you. But it does. I just can't do crowds. And we've been invited to go to Colorado next summer for a week at a time. And Scott doesn't do a week at a time. He's good for about 3 days anywhere, and then he's done. And I don't feel like we have the funds to buy a plane ticket, so I'm not worried about that at all. I think it's nice that they want to include us. It's not our thing. We just don't do that kind of thing much at all, really. Do y'all remember what I left off at? Am I going to have to count these threads again? I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as I have something that looks like 50, it'll be all right. What do you think? Just let that go. Oh, and now Piper, your timing sucks, girlfriend. She wants out in the bonus room. You're going to have to wait a minute. I left it 30. Thank you. So 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So why are we going to Dallas, North Carolina? Scott's buying a piece of equipment for his shop. So we're going to go buy that and pick it up. So I have a day in the truck ahead of me, and my back is already going, are you serious? We're going to spend hours in the truck? I'm going to have to let the cat out into the bonus room before she digs the door entirely apart. Okay, I cut the wrong one really away first. It's okay. We're just going to cut these off here, because you want individual strands apparently. Piper, honey, just a minute. All right, let me go let that cat out. Oh, goodness. That's not good. That's probably Scott saying something's wrong and I got to come pick him up. Come on, go. Go. So I need to check that and see if Scott has to leave the truck there. Let me see. I didn't think about that. I thought he'd just sit there and wait. Let me see what it says here. Oh dear. So sorry. He said somebody's got on way too much perfume in the tire place waiting room. A little perfume goes a long way, girls. You don't have to like, It's like when Greg puts on aftershave, Scott will say, oh, the stench of youth. Anyhow, all right, now we've got hair and we've got the angel. Cut wraps at one edge, forming 6-inch strands. Let's see if we got 6-inch strands. It's not going to matter. I'm going to use it. Oh, they are 6-inch. So I was right. Use a 3-inch. I should have put that on. Oh, well, I'll just let Teresa know. Repeat if needed for additional strands. For the back of the hair and the bangs, glue strands to top of head according to the hair diagram. Page 45. Cover. There's the hair diagram. So we're going to do the ones that go and make the bangs. So you're going to leave a little bang at the front and then let the rest of the hair come down the back. Oh my word, seriously. Y'all think of a way to make this easier on me? And I think that's the end of the instructions. That's all I could find. So you glue the hair on and then you have to go back. Actually, they said to put the wings and glue the wings and arms on, but remember I sewed the arms on. I'm going to put the hair on. I thought it would be easier without the wings in the way. Hey, Pam. I'm not going to be able to be in craft and chat today. I don't even know if anybody's going to want to do that. I'll be on the road. I'm debating, should I put the wings on and then her hair would go between the wings? I think this would be better, and then I can just trim her hair. Because in the picture, it looks like they gave her a haircut. And it just shows in that diagram that you do these this way and then you do the other way. Her hair is going to be way too long. I would put a glob of hot glue down and then stick these on, but this glue gun, it gets really hot. Really hot. I think that's about as far as I can. I'll probably have to cut some more hair. All right, I'm just gonna. I wonder if I could just scoop this up now that I've formed it. I wonder if I could just lift it up in one piece and then mush it back down on her head. So like grab it back here. We'll see. We'll see if this honker of a Ryobi cordless glue gun will do okay or if I'm gonna like burn myself. We'll see. This will take a minute. So is anybody going out in the madness today to shop? I've kind of made the decision that anything I give this year is going to be handmade. So I'm going to use what I have on hand and just make stuff. Vicky said, no. No, you're going to glue it straight to her head. Staying home too. Because we're going to have hair going the other way too. And it'll just cover it all up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I do. Is this thing getting warm at all? I wonder if I need a new battery. That'll be my luck. That's what I'm thinking. I could just glue that down like that. I'm figuring I will give her a haircut once I get this glued down a little. I don't think this is getting hot. Hang on. Let me see if the other battery is charged. Scott got this for me for Christmas one year. I know this battery pops off, but my brain's not working. Okay. Let's see if that bad boy will heat up now. Oh, that's a great idea, Vicky. I would rather support the little antique malls and stuff too. Something I thought about that would be fun is if I could like create a community of the crafters here and we could all make stuff and then we could just do a barter system and just trade for things. But nobody seems to want to do that. Yep, and the money will help the locals. Exactly. And who needs something else made in China? Support your local artists and crafters. I know you would, Vicky. I just gotta find other people that would be willing to barter for, handmade items. Because not everybody knits, not everybody crochets. And do you know how much fun that would be to just swap? I guess you'd have to come up with a system. But to me, whatever I make, I'd be willing to swap, even if it took me hours and hours. But I guess everybody else would be hung up on, well, I put in more time than that, or I put in more money than that. And I'm just like, free bartering, just I'll swap you this for that. And everybody else will want to, get hung up on the dollar amount. I don't know how you manage that, or if you do at all. Sorry, I'm a little coffee today. I've got water here to sip, but let's see. Are you getting hot? Oh, ooh, we are. Let's wipe that spooge off there. All right, now I'm going to grab this here and just put a tiny bit of glue, I say, there, and then just kind of ploop. Ploop is a word. You just don't know. Ow, ow. I have these things. Why aren't I using them? From the dollar store, in fact. All right, the rest of that I will catch when I put the other hair on, I think. That doesn't look half bad. So now if I could do this way, let's see. Maybe I'll do these like 3 at a time. Just kind of lay them on her head, put a little dab of glue. Maybe start farther up here. Just put a little dot. Glue like that. And lay these 3 in it like so. All right, don't lift. I know the bangs need to be glued down a little better, but we'll get there. This kind of works here. I just don't know if anybody would do it here. There's not, I don't know. It's hard to describe South Carolina as an artist crafter. It's just, there's just some places that people appreciate handmade items better than in others. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, man? My sisters sent me messages, Happy Thanksgiving, last night, and they had their families all around them. And my youngest sister was in Florida with her husband at his parents' place. And then Robin was at her house. They always do a deep fried turkey. I don't know if they did it this year or not. But her son had actually come down from Virginia. So it was good to see Drake's face in the picture again. He did chemical engineering in the Navy. And now he's got him a fancy job in the private sector. And his wife is from China, and they took a trip to Japan, I think last year, and they both love Japan. And they were trying to, the last I heard, they were trying to get jobs in Japan, even if it was just for a few years, and live there. I don't know if anything happened with that because I haven't heard much. Robin stays pretty busy with the pottery and teaching and ask Kathy Whitney. I'm sorry, I missed it. What do I need to ask Kathy? I was looking down. I missed it. Sorry, Vicki. So yeah, we'll give her a haircut here in a minute. To barter, yeah. Oh gosh. Out there in Oregon, see, is like the perfect place. I bet there's lots of people that would be willing to barter in Oregon. Around here, not so much. Oops. I pushed the drawer in on the desk. I didn't know it was setting open. So get my little doodad back. Uh-oh, I don't want strings. Of course, you know how to get rid of the glue strings, right? You use your hot gun, your heating gun, and just blast them away. Okay. She's looking kind of shaggy, but we'll give her a haircut in a minute. She may look bald on the back of her head. I don't think I put enough strands going the other way, and you can't really undo that once you go this way. I wish I'd thought about doing like 3 strands at once, because that seems to work the best. All right, I'm going to put these 3 on here. Whoa. While Scott's at the tire place, I am working on the laundry. So I get all my Monday stuff done before we even leave. And then I don't have to think about it tomorrow. We have the Carolina Christmas Classic. I know they have it down at the beach as well as here in Columbia. But since they've changed the rules on how to get on the fairgrounds, we had a shooting at the South Carolina State Fair. So now it's on lockdown. So if you want to take a bag of any sorts, it has to be clear. And if you come in with a regular bag, they take your bag away from you. And it's just like, never mind. It's just not worth it to me to go to all this. I'm sorry. I'm going to lift her back hair up. Back here. And tip her up here. And now Piper wants back in, of course. We'll just glue that down to her head a little bit. Okay. So now how much of this hair is going to be covered? Yeah, see, I didn't put enough hair back there. I'm wondering, can I fold some of these in half? Just have them come down? or just keep going this way with what I have left here. 1, 2, 3. Put her long hair in a ponytail. I could, but she looks so cute in the picture that I was going to try to just give her a haircut. I wish I had a way to like lean her like this. Oh, that works good. Woo-hoo. Using the brain. Sorry, I'm thinking and oh, you're doing the crochet door wreath? Awesome. There's a pattern in this same magazine for some holly leaves. All right, I'm just going to try to glue what I have left as an arch at the back of her head. Just to fill in some more of this. And I'm going to glue it just in the middle first. Like right there. Ow! It got me. It got me. Maybe bend it and then glue these down here. All right. Now, can I just pick up that section? Let's see. Pokey thing. It's surgery. I'm just trying to pick up what I just glued down here. And we'll put a little bit of glue on the back of her head and then push the hair into it. There we go. Let's see if we can pick up just that piece again. That Tim Holtz pokey tool, it sure does come in handy for a lot of different things. I looked up when Kathy's going to get her advent calendar, and she's going to get it on the 3rd, so the lucky girl gets to open 3 in one day. All right. Now, I'm going to look at the picture again. It's going to be colorful, she says. See, look at this. Look at the holly. Make you a brooch. See, her bangs are a lot more dense than mine. And it looks like they gave her just a short bob. So if I bring my funnel back over here, let's see if I can get it off the foam. because it doesn't need the plastic on it anymore. And I'll just set her back on here. There we go. And then I'll just give her a little haircut. Oh, my sister-in-law loved her dog shirt. She said her granddaughter, though, Freya, might snitch it from her or try to. All right. And then it looks like down about the length of her arms is where the hair is. So we will just chop along. I would say put this out for the birds, but now they're saying don't do that anymore because their little claws get caught in it and then they get trapped and then they die from starvation or a cat getting them. So I don't put my thread out for the birds anymore. I used to. Let's see. Let's look at her. It's a little bit longer than our collar. The hair sticks in the crochet bit. I could put this in my thread jar over there. So now it looks pretty bad at the back, but that's going to be covered with wings and her halo and stuff. I was thinking I'd add some more glue, but I think I'm going to leave her just like that. I don't think that looks too bad. It actually looks like she's looking off to the side, though. She's not looking straight ahead. She sees something over there. But that's okay. Maybe she's looking at somebody. She doesn't get a face, so there's that. Stick her back on here. And then her wings get glued on like so. So I'm going to have to push on those to get them to make contact. So here we go. Here goes nothing. Put a big old glob of glue in the middle and hope I don't burn myself. I hope it's on straight. The heat really comes through. I had been asked if I would please come on and show how to put her together. So that's what I'm doing here. And the only other thing I need to do is add a tie, something. Her halo needs to go on and some way to hang her on a tree. I thought about running a strand of the ecru up through her head and make a loop. What do you think? Like she's hanging by her hair, maybe? I don't know. That's not coming off now. So there she is. You can see her hands are over this way, but her head is turned to the side. I think that's kind of sweet. It makes it look like she is looking for something else. The glue pushed through onto the funnel. I was like, why is that acting crazy like that? Oh, there's a piece of it on me. So yeah, her head is turned from her body. It's like her body's twisted a little bit so she can look off, but she kept her arms over here. I think that actually works out good that her wings followed her body. I don't know. I just lined it up with the back of her head is what I did. So hopefully that'll be okay. Her wings actually should be like right here. I don't know that I can get them off now. No, I'm not going to try. She is what she is. And who she's for will probably still love her, even though she's a little off to the side. So let me see if I just take maybe 2 strands or put this through 2 strands. Give me enough to do this with. And see if I can go up through the, I didn't have a styrofoam ball. This is probably long enough here. I did not have the 1-inch styrofoam ball, but I think I can get this thinner needle up through the batting and the glue at the top. We're going to give it a go. Ow. So I need to go down through her head and then back up. That sounds awful. So I could maybe get a parcel put together to get this in the mail as a surprise. All right. So she's looking. I'm going to put this needle, maybe. It's not going through the glue. Oh, boy. Well, she may have to just sit on a limb. I'll have to think on it. I'll think of a way to add some way for her to hang. But that's as good as she's going to get. And she worked up to be about 4.5 inches tall and about 5.5, 6 inches across the bottom of her skirt. Yeah, she didn't want the needle through her head. So you can see her little arms are praying over this way, but she's looking off. So I think she turned out really pretty, and I like how I changed the gold at the right point so you get lots of the gold there to match her wings. She's supposed to be done all in the ecru, but I had the pretty gold, so why not? And I did add I just made up a collar for the top of it just to kind of pull it all together. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you have any ideas that you'd like to share, you can put them in the comments below or on the community tab here on my channel. If you know of websites that have, cute little things like this to crochet. What was the thing I saw? I was flipping through and I came across and I started laughing so hard. And Scott's like, what on earth? And I said, it's amigurumi Dr. Frankenfurter. And if you know Rocky Horror Picture Show, you know who I mean. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to crochet Dr. Frankenfurter in his negligee. So, but it just cracked me up because it was a really good rendition of Dr. Frankenfurter. But anyway, thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday weekend. Bye.